Welcome to the Best Guy Podcast, where we talk about personal development topics. And on here, we're focused on being the best versions of ourselves and being the best guy here, the best guy there, the best guy anywhere, whether you're male or female. And today's topic, we're talking about don't talk about it, be about it. Why? Because I believe that's something we all need to do. How many of you have ever talked to people and you tell them your dreams or your goals in life or just your goals in general? I know I have. Did I always accomplish whatever I set out to do? No. Sometimes you notice that people will come to you as well. They talk about what they want to do, what they want to accomplish, and what's on your mind when they tell you that every time they don't accomplish it. You start to think, wow, here he comes. New dreams, new goals, new whatever. And he's going to do nothing about it. He talks a big game, but put that in reverse. Imagine us doing that to our friends, our family, our coworkers, our whoever we're talking about. Imagine we could have goals, dreams, ambitions, and we go up to someone and tell them about it. How we're going to make a YouTube video. We're going to start a business. We're going to make more money than we have ever dreamed. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. I'm going to lose 100 pounds by the end of the year. I'm going to gain 1,000 pounds of muscle. No matter what your dreams are. Haven't you ever done that? But the hardest part is starting. Because sometimes we talk about it, but we do nothing about it. Like hitting the weights. Maybe we need a gym membership. In the Bible it says count the costs. Maybe you don't know the costs. But you think about the costs and you're like, I can't do it. It's too much. I don't have enough time in my day. So I'm not going to preach, but I'm just talking about the Bible and a scripture I use as an illustration. But imagine building a house. And you start to build it and you find out it's going to cost a lot more than you thought it was going to be. Do you have enough money? Or are you going to rent out? Can you get more money to build the rest of the house? You see, sometimes we got to think of our goals like that. Can we build a goal? Do we have enough time? Sometimes do we have enough money? Do we have enough energy to do it? Is our dream big enough to where we're willing to sacrifice things for it? Because sometimes that's what it will take. We have to count the costs. So, whether you're trying to lose a few pounds or gain some weight or trying to build a business, you got to count the costs. No matter what your personal development goals are, you got to count the costs. Because once you get started, yes, it's going to be hard. I ain't going to tell you no lies that it's going to be easy. It's not like those old maybe 90s infomercials or early 2000s where they tell you that if you buy this product, it's gonna be so easy. but it's going to take work. I used to always tell people, why do they call it working out? Because it involves the word work. Some people took that and stole that, but that's what I have always said since I was 14. Working out involves the word work. But what anything that involves the word work, whether it's your job or anywhere, your business, you know it's going to be hard. So we got to know that it's going to be hard to get our goals. But it's easy to talk about it, right? It sounds cool. You tell people you're going to lose weight. What do they say? Oh, that sounds good. Even going to college. You say, I want to get a new career goal, or I'm going to go to school to become this. Everyone says, oh, that's great. You're going to make more money. But once you start going to school, what happens? You find out classes are going to be hard. It's not high school. It's going to be harder. You have to take a certain amount of steps. Maybe get your generals, then go into the career field that you're going into. It's hard. I've seen it done before. I've seen people that did it. Some of them staying up until wee hours of the night taking tests on the computer. I remember my brother, one day I was staying with him, and he was taking a test, and he had to get it done before 12 a.m. that night, or morning, whatever you like to call it. But when he was done, the last meal we ate before that was around 12 o'clock. But I remember that night when he was done with his tests, we were hungry. So I asked him if he wanted to go to eat somewhere. The only place that was open in our town is McDonald's. It was during the pandemic, so even Denny's was closed. So we couldn't even go there. So we went to McDonald's, just grabbed some fast food, went back to his apartment. But I say that to say this. He was up all hours of the night at that time because he had a goal of becoming what he wanted to be. But sometimes that's college life. It takes work no matter what you're doing. Even as a construction worker, maybe a foreman or the lead man or superintendent, because you have to constantly plan things. Even the owner of businesses, you have to make plans ahead of time before your workers even get there. It takes work at everything. It's hard, but it's all worth it at the end. Even listening to audio books, audio podcasts, like this one, it takes work. Coming out with podcasts lately for like nearly the past few months, twice a month for a blind guy is hard. Why? Because you have to find topics to talk about. Then you have to record it. Find a special time to record it, maybe where you're not interrupted. So it becomes hard sometimes, but it's all worth it. I like this podcast because it's personal development, something that can affect anybody who is wanting to be better, who wants to be the best versions of themselves. Even that is going to take work. Maybe you have a alcohol problem, even a drug addiction, and you want to cut it out, it's going to take work. Maybe you're starting the personal development. Maybe you never did the personal development part, but maybe you never been disciplined. You always just gone with the wind. You just go with the flow, as they say, and you're just living paycheck to paycheck, an apathetic life, but you're wanting to make improvements. You want to be the best versions of yourself. But it takes work. And if you listen to audios, my podcast, anybody's podcast, videos on YouTube, you can do it for motivation. Just listen to things that will benefit you. Listen to things that will help you. Don't listen to people that keep cutting you down and say, you can't do it. You said it before. You always say that. Because I even get that. I remember always talking about doing a YouTube video. I said I want to do one on maybe finances or personal development. Guess what? I have a audio podcast here on YouTube. I have a frugal living channel. So I'm doing both. I even have a TikTok channel in case you guys want to check it out at the Frugal Cyborg MR3. The words are all bunched up together. Maybe I'll put that in the description. But it's all going to take work, and it all can be done. Just take it day by day, step by step. Don't try to jump too far ahead. Some people try to do that. Imagine, like some people, they're starting to exercise. Some people will just try to hurry on, jump right into it, tear a muscle, get injured. You got to take it slow, stretch, warm up, then start light, then build up your strength, maybe build up your conditioning. Don't just start running hard. Take it step by step, day by day, at everything you do. Maybe if you're listening to an audiobook, try to finish one book, whether it's 4, 5, 10 hours, maybe an hour here, hour there. Or if you're reading a book, maybe a page here, maybe a chapter here, a chapter there until you finish the book. Maybe if you're going to school, maybe start working at reading. Maybe focus on typing skills before you go to college, maybe that summer. Start warming up. Start reading stuff so you're disciplining yourself to read more before you actually go to college. Focus on typing, because a lot of college nowadays you have to use computers all the time. So focus on the things that will help you improve your goals. If you do it step by step, you can do it, no matter how big your goals are. Building a YouTube channel or a YouTube business is kind of challenging because, like, the niche or niche, I heard it called both ways, is sometimes the thing that will hinder your growth. Like the frugal living, it's slow building. If you have a gaming channel and you're on live, you could build it fast. There's all these other entertainment things that I don't really know about, but I heard you can build it fast. But frugal living, not everyone's going to want to improve their frugal living. And what I've seen is being a male YouTuber in a frugal living channel is even harder. But my goal is to keep going, because right now it's not about being the best frugal living channel or the fastest growing YouTube channel, fastest personal development audio. It's about, for me right now, it's about helping people. Maybe giving the things that I do, and like my uh, frugal living, low income lifestyle, and showing people that some of the tips I have done over a long period of time to meet goals. It's possible. You just got to put in the work. Just like this personal development podcast, the Best Guy podcast. It takes work, but it's it's all possible if you just take it step by step and you keep doing it, not quitting, not stopping, not starting again, not stopping. You know, the whole routine that people do. Maybe if that's you, just keep going, just keep going and going and going. Don't stop. Maybe pause or slow down a little bit, but don't stop completely and start again, because that's this the whole routine you will build. That's like building a house. You stop, start, stop, start. It's going to take forever. By the time you get to a certain part, the wood might warp, so you have to tear it down and start all over. If that's what you're going to do, it's going to never get done. But if you take it day by day, take your time, work at your speed, and keep going. It is all possible. That way you don't have to constantly just talk about your dream, and people won't get tired of hearing about your dream that will never come into fruition, because you can talk about it. That's easy. How many times have you heard someone talk about their dream? How many times have you heard them even starting their dream? And how many times have you ever heard them complete their dream? Not that many. But you're listening to this right now, so I know it's possible for you, because you're trying to improve yourself personally. It starts from within. Our minds, our hearts. We can all do it. We just need a plan. We just got to focus. We just got to take it day by day and work at it. Making actions every day rather than verbal. So keep living your personal development goals. Keep living your dreams. Don't give up. And if you're constantly working at it, you'll get it. If you're in the middle of it and people are still talking negative about you, you got to block out the noise. Because you're not talking about it, you're being about it. You're being about whatever you're doing in personal development or business or whatever you're working at. Don't give up. Keep working at it. Who cares if you're the only one that sees your dream? Maybe other people don't have dreams, so they mock you. They ridicule you every time you're trying to build your dreams. But we just got to focus on ourselves and focus on what we're working on and focus about being about it. Because once we're being about it, it will get accomplished. Keep that in your mind. Whatever your goal is, your dream, whether it's building a business, getting in shape, making more money, improving your marriage, improving your relationship, improving yourself, it don't matter. Just be about it. Don't listen to other people. Other people are not going to get you your results if they're not going to believe in you. The only person that you need to believe in you is you. And once you get it done, people are going to come to you and say they believe in you. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. They just want to be there just to celebrate your victory. Well, let them. But later on, they'll be coming to you asking how you did it. Because they don't know how it's done. All they had to do was watch you. All it takes is about being about it, not just talking about it. So don't talk about it if you're starting or in the middle. Just keep being about it. Being about your goals. Being about your dreams. I have to hammer that down because sometimes we can start talking about it. Like I said, I put on social media, I think 2 years before I even started my YouTube channel, that someday I was going to start a YouTube channel, or I was just joking around at that time, but really it wasn't joking. I told my brother about it, that I was going to practice working on videos so I can put on my social media and practice for nearly 2 years. And when I learned how to record by myself, I started my YouTube channel. And I did it right now just because I wanted to. Not because I thought it was going to grow. I didn't know how hard it's going to be or what it would take. But I did it because I didn't want to just talk about it. I wanted to be about it. That's why I want to start it once I learned how to record myself. As a blind person, it's harder to record myself because I have to record myself so many times before I upload it. The first time I recorded, I think I recorded 23 takes before I got one good take. Because I was working at it. I was being about it. And no longer was I talking about it. Even the Purpose podcast, when I first started, me and my brother, we were working on the podcast. And my goal was to do one a month because we had to find time to record with his busy schedule. And I thought at the end, when he left to another town, I thought, what do I do? And a week before, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before, I was thinking about it, what I would do. And I said, why don't I just start another podcast? And I was thinking taking 2 to 3 months off, but I said, nope, gotta keep going while I have fire in my belly, fire in my heart, fire in my mind. Gotta keep going. So I went with the first thing that came into my mind and called it the Best Guy Podcast. And I got it from, as I said in a older podcast episode, the best guy here, the best guy there, the best guy anywhere, from a pro wrestler. And that's why I'm going to use on my introductions, because whether you're male or female, we can all be that. And we can all not talk about it, but be about our goals. It doesn't matter what gender. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you're able to listen to this, then you're able to be about your goals and your dreams. Don't let anyone limit you. If you like this kind of content, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. and saying, I'm going to be the best versions of myself and I'm not going to talk about it. Or you can just say, not talking about it. And hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a Best Guy podcast. I'm MR3, and this is the Best Guy podcast.